Hello, everyone. This is the Holiday Christmas Fan, and I am back with another movie review. But today, I'm talking about a movie that I just watched. I just watched Brightburn, and it's produced by James Gunn, visionary filmmaker behind Guardians of the Galaxy, were involved with this movie as well. And I gotta say, this horror film, probably the best horror film that came out last year. And the reason for that is it's so different from any horror film that we've ever gotten, ever. It's so different, and in a good way. It's so different in a good way. And the little boy that turns evil into a super villain, demonic, whatever it is. I don't know his name, but he did an amazing job as the character. And this movie is based off of a book, a horror book. Okay, imagine a thrill ride horror film. This is the movie that I'm talking about. It's like a thrill ride through the whole damn movie. It's basically, it doesn't take long for him to turn into this demonic villain or whatever he is. And let me tell you, you probably expected this, but when there's kills in this damn when he kills someone in this movie, it's so brutal and it's so intense the way it builds up. It's like, okay, holy crap, what did I just see? Like, it's just so damn intense. Like, through the whole movie, once it gets going. But first you really get to learn about how he turned into this thing, because this is a spoiler review. There's not going to be a non-spoiler review. This is going to be spoiler review. And this is where spoilers are going to start right now. So if you do not want to hear any spoilers, turn back and go see the movie first. But I gotta say, this, you learn about where he comes from, and it's so good. Like, when the thing comes from outer space and it crashes on Earth, I would have liked to seen the foster parents, go to the thing that crashed, like drove up to it and seen what's inside of it or whatever. Like, is there something inside of it, and they have to open it and discover that there was a child in it. But this movie, let me tell you, the acting is really damn good in this movie. Like, really good. One of the best acting experience in a horror film. I do have one complaint about the movie. Sometimes when you're watching it, the story's hard to understand, but for the most part you can totally understand what's happening. But sometimes it makes you confused when a scene is happening, and kind of in a bad way. But for the most part, it's pretty good. It's a fast-paced horror film. It's like, for a couple minutes, you learn about him, and then through the whole damn movie, he gets more insane, he gets more evil, and there's one death in this movie that I was so surprised about, and it was insane. One of his foster parents' friends, well, his uncle, not his friend, another family member related to his foster parents. His uncle was driving got in the car, and driving really fast because all of a sudden the guy, this evil child, was like freaking flying in the air and freaking just getting even faster, like he was catching up to this damn car. And I don't know how, but this demonic kid villain turned the whole car off, and he's trying to start it and it will not turn on. And like all of a sudden, the back of the car, before that happened, before the back of the car lifts up, he's driving, and all of a sudden the kid rams into the window, and it scares the living crap out of you because you don't even expect it to happen. Then the car shuts off, then it stops, then he's trying to start it for a sec. Then the back of the car lifts up. He lifts the car like 100 feet in the air, drops it down face first. When the glass shatters, when the car hits, his jaw goes through the glass and his whole jaw splits open, and it's like hanging. And like blood's going everywhere. He starts to choke on his own blood. It was insane. It was the best death, best kill through the whole movie, and it was so insane. So intense. Because you did not think that was going to happen. At first he tried jumping out of the car right before it hit the ground, but he couldn't because the kid was keeping the doors locked, and I would have punched my hand through the window and I would have jumped out. But either way, he still would have died even if he got out of the car, because this kid is so damn strong. Like, it's not even funny. Like, this kid makes Superman look weak in this movie. So, now the ending is pretty interesting. And this is a spoiler review, so if you guys, I hope you guys are understanding this now before I even spoiled anything. This is going to be a spoiler review. I said that before I did now. So, if you guys are watching and you didn't want to get spoiled, I can't help you there because I already warned you. But the ending, the last person was, okay, I'll actually tell you other kills. His dad went hunting with them, and his dad makes a huge mistake. His dad tries planning something and it doesn't work. His dad tries to kill him because he was they were gonna die if they didn't kill him, the kid. So his dad shoots him in the back of the head with a sniper rifle. The bullet doesn't even go through his head. It puts a little hole in the back of his head. The kid turns around and the dad starts running. All of a sudden, the freaking kid turns into that thing with the mask on, freaking flying all over the place trying to attack him. All of a sudden, the kid hits him from the side. The dad goes flying, and his dad's like, "Don't do anything." And the dad was like, "I'll do whatever you ask. I'll even be on your side and I'll help you." And that didn't do anything. And the freaking kid put lasers through his whole entire head, and the dad's head exploded, and it was like, holy shit. It was insane. And there was the last kill that I can remember is when this female cop comes in the house to try to stop this whatever it is, this thing. This alien, demonic, super villain kid. And I'm telling you, freaking the kid starts throwing her around like the freaking Hulk, but even worse. And her whole neck was twisted backwards, and she had a cut open face, cut open throat, cut open jaw, cut open eye. It was blood coming from every which direction on her body, and it was holy crap. And the mother was hiding under the bed, and he was floating off the floor, levitating off the floor, floating into the room while he wasn't there. And this was genius. They did something really cool, and I was actually hoping this happened. A jump scare. In a good way. It was like, okay. So the lights go off, and the kid disappears. You see the mother coming from under the bed, and all of a sudden the light starts to flicker. Boom! In the room really quick, and it scared the crap out of me. I thought the mother got caught trying to sneak out. She jumped out the window before he could see her, and she started running to the barn. What was happening was he starts following her, and I mean, there was a couple close times I said she was gonna die. Like, there was a couple close times where I was like getting all tight and intense up because I had the volume to like almost 100 on my TV. There was a couple close calls where she almost died, and finally, when they meet up, she tries pretending that she's hugging him and trying to calm him down, trying to show him how good of a son he is and all that, and she has like a big sharp piece of metal. She goes to stab him in the back. Somehow, he knows she was going to do that, grabs her by the arm, pulls her up in the air. I mean like 300 or more feet in the air. Over the clouds. She drops her out of the sky, and she died. So his whole family got killed. Because whatever's controlling him can't be stopped. That was like, and then the ending was he blew up this, there was a helicopter coming toward, like a plane, not a helicopter, with like 200 and something passengers in it. He blew the whole damn thing up and killed everybody, and that was like the end of the movie. So apparently they're making Brightburn 2. That's what I've been hearing. I kind of don't want a prequel because when you think about it, they should do a sequel, Brightburn 2. The kid has to die in the movie. Like the end of the movie, he dies. Then they should do Brightburn 3, but it should be a prequel before the first two movies. Learning about like where he came from and stuff. I don't know if that could work or not, but the only way they're gonna have to like really go like I don't know who's gonna be his parents next, but they're gonna have to try and plan something to kill him because he's powerful. I mean, he's not a Thanos, but he's pretty strong. Like, he's stronger than Superman. Big time. And I kind of hope when they do a Brightburn 2, he's my age. Like, he's like 6 feet tall, 18 years old, like, and he still has this problem, but it's even worse. So I'm hoping the second movie he doesn't win. Because this one, he wins the fight. Like, he wins. He doesn't lose. He beats everyone. People tried stopping him. He won against humanity in the first movie. So I don't know who's going to stop him next. Because no one can stop him. So I don't know how. But this is like a Thanos situation. Where who's going to stop him? Like who? The parents couldn't stop him. Who's gonna kill him? Are they gonna decapitate his head? Like when he's flying at someone, are they gonna decapitate his head off while he's running at them? Like, what's gonna happen? Like, are they gonna have to get the spiritual, alien, demonic, whatever spirit it is inside of him? They're gonna have to try and get that spirit out of him so he's normal again. Because until they don't, he's going to be the same. So, anyways, guys, great movie. The special effects were pretty good. Sometimes the special effects weren't as good as some in the movie, but for the most part, the special effects were decent. They weren't fantastic. They were good, not great, but good. Not in a bad way. Like, there were some parts that were fantastic. Like, special effects, some scenes were fantastic. But the movie, I would have to give it a 9 out of 10 stars. This movie, to me, the movie deserves either a 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 9. A solid 9 out of 10. It was pretty damn good. I mean, you can't go wrong. It's so different. We've never had a super villain, demonic, demon, alien kid. We've never had anything like that in a horror film. And I'm not just liking it that much because of that reason. It's just a really good movie. And no one was expecting it to be this good. Like when people went to see it, they were like, I'm very shocked to say this, but this movie was really good. It's hard to put it this way. It's probably just as good as the 2017 It movie. It's pretty good. I mean, it's really good. It's almost as good as the It movie. It Chapter 2, not buying that movie, but the 2017 It movie, it was pretty close. It was like the It 2017 movie, I gave that a 10 out of 10. Red balloons, like 10 out of 10 stars. This is getting a 9 out of 10 because of story problems. But I will say this. When there were the action in this movie was better than the It movie. The action was done better. The kills were done better. The intensity was done better. I thought the intensity in this movie was even better than the It movie. So, but it's one of my favorite horror films of all time. Now, it's not my favorite horror film, but it's one of my favorite new horror films of all time. My favorite new horror film ever made was the 2017 It movie. My favorite old school horror film was the original Nightmare on Elm Street. Cannot beat that. It's definitely the best horror film ever. Yeah, guys, there's my review on Brightburn. Hopefully they do a sequel, but if they don't, a prequel would still be good. But Brightburn 2 as a sequel could be done even better. What they need to fix is the story in Brightburn 2 if they do it, because apparently they are doing it. But if they do one, fix the story. Make it as good as you can. Make sure the story is understandable as possible. Make the acting just as good, if not better. And bring the kid back that played this freaking mutant villain, super villain, demonic creature thing. Like, bring this kid actor back. He did really good. And I've never heard of him in a movie. And he did phenomenal. He was like the best actor through the whole damn movie. The second best actor in the movie was the dad. His dad, the actor, whoever played that actor did a phenomenal job. The mother, whoever did the acting for her, did good. And his uncle, like that, all the acting was good. Like really good, perfect. The acting was perfect. Like there was nothing wrong with it, just perfect. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in another horror movie review. Until next time, see you guys in another holiday Christmas video. See you guys next time. Go watch Brightburn.